so moving on to tree. Your toes are against the wall, your heels are on the mat, your sacrum is just in front of the top of the roller, and then you're going to keep your left foot onto the wall. You're going to pull your right knee into your chest, and then keeping that knee where it is, you're just going to stretch your right heel away and bend your knee. You're going to keep lifting out of your waist and bend, and one more time, reach your right leg out and pull it in. Now reach the leg out there for me. Climb your hands up your leg towards your ankle. Scoot your pelvis a little bit forward on that roller and then rock back so your sacrum is against the roller. Flex your right foot like you're standing on the ceiling. Then roll your spine down your leg. You really have to work deep into these muscles right here. Then keep reaching through this right leg. Lift your spine up the leg. Then push into your left foot, the foot that's on the wall, to lift your spine up tall here and bring the leg a little closer to you. Again, curl your tailbone, slide your pelvis forward, then reach through your right leg, walk your spine down your leg, reach long out of your right leg, lift your spine up to that leg, try not to let the leg move. Then reach into the left leg, lift your heart, lift your waist, lift your spine. One more time, bring the leg a little closer to you, slide the roller forward, stand on the ceiling with your right leg, walk yourself down your leg. Are both sides of your pelvis onto that roller. Walk yourself up your leg and then lengthen your spine as you reach into your left leg to reach the roller right underneath you. Then take your left hand, reach it across your body, reach the leg across your body, reach your heart to the wall, and lift up out of your pelvis here, stretch. Then cross that top leg over the bottom leg, sit on both of your sit bones on the roller, roll the roller kind of forward and backwards to stretch right into that piriformis. And then we'll do the same thing on the other leg. So your right foot will go against the wall, you'll scoot the roller a little forward and you'll sit forward of the roller, and then you'll bring your left knee into your chest, you hook your left elbow underneath it, and then you're going to straighten that leg away and bend it. Keep lifting your heart, so use the pressure against your thigh to pull your heart forward. And one more straightening and bending, then lift the leg up, walk your hands up that leg, reach through your ankle, curl your tailbone, roll forward onto the roller, and then curl your tailbone more, walk down your leg. Now reach long out of this extended leg. Use these lower abs. Think of your roll up. Roll your spine up your leg. When you've reached your ankle, lift your heart, press into your right leg to straighten your leg and pull the roller a little further from the wall and lift your heart more. Bring the leg closer to you again. Curl your tailbone, pull that roller in with your right leg. Walk your spine down your leg. Keep reaching through this left leg. Walk your hands up the leg. Lift your heart, lift out of your waist, lift out of your pelvis. Feel that stretch to the back of your leg. One more time, bring the leg in towards you. Curl your pelvis and pull the roller forward. Keep reaching long through that left heel as you walk your hands down your leg. Square your hips on that roller. Reach out of that left leg again. Lift your spine up your leg. Reach into your heel of this left leg. Reach into the heel of the right leg. Lift your heart, lift your waist. Then take your right hand, put it on the outside of that leg. Bring the leg across your body and lift your heart and twist your spine in the opposite direction. Then cross that top leg over that bottom leg. Roll the roller back and forth to stretch out that piriformis. Flex your heel to protect your knee. And that's your short box. Alrighty, so we're going to scoot forward of the roller carefully. You're going to take the roller and you're going to place it back against the wall. So what's next on the reformer when we're here? We go right into our long stretch series. It would be long stretch, down stretch, up stretch, elephant, and then we do some tricep dips. We're going to pick and choose some of those exercises and incorporate them right here. So your roller will be against the wall and you're going to turn onto your hands and knees. And you're going to, your arms will be long, your palms will be flat onto the mat with your palms right underneath your shoulder. Then you're going to scoot yourself to the point where you can stick one of your feet back long and put your toe on the forward edge of the roller. This is like getting into your long stretch with your hands on the foot bar. Then lift your abs, bring your opposite leg out to meet it. Find one long line for me here. So your heart is forward. Now I want you to flex your heels, pull your spine backwards, then point your toes, pull your spine forward. And flex your heels, keep lifting your abs, and point your toes. And two more, flex, hug into those inner thighs, and point. And last time, flex and point. Put one knee down, put the other knee down, separate your knees, sit yourself back to stretch. So from here you would go into up stretch. So up stretch is that kind of articulated spine where your hips lift up to the ceiling and you pull the reformer in. So we're going to do a very amended version of that. You have the same setup as you do for your long stretch. You're going to put one leg back against the roller. You're going to bring the other leg back against the roller. Your feet are going to be about your internal hip distance apart, and you're going to be on your tippy toes. You're going to pike your spine up, and then lengthen your tailbone to roll your spine back into plank. Two more times. Your heels are lifted. You lift both sides of your waist. Your ears and your elbows are on the same line. And then you articulate your spine back down. Heart is forward. Shoulder blades are pulling towards each other. One more time. Imagine there's a hook right at the back of your pelvis, lifting your pelvis up. So let your abs pull you up, not your arms push you up. And then lengthen your tailbone down. Find your plank. And then bring one foot down or one knee down and the opposite knee down. So far, so good? All right, the next exercise would be your elephant. So we're going to do the same thing we just did for your up stretch, only with a flexed heel. So you're going to stick one foot back down and your arch is going to be pushing into that roller. And then the opposite foot back down. Your feet are your internal hip distance apart. You might need to peel your hands back a little bit. Push your heels down, push your tailbone back, and then find your plank. And then feel, can you lift your waist because you're pulling your abs in so much? And then find your plank, and just one more, pull your abs in, lengthen your tailbone, almost round your tailbone, and then find your plank, and then put one knee down, and then put the other knee down. Separate your knees, sit your tailbone back. Crawl your hands forward, pull your hips back. Then move your hands over to one side of your mat and pull that opposite hip down. Then move your hands over to the other side of the mat and pull the opposite hip down again. Then bring yourself back to the center. Come back up into all fours and turn around. And we're going to do a little bit of our tricep dips here. So you're going to bring that roller off of the wall and you're going to put the back of your calves against the roller with your legs about your internal hip distance apart again. And then you're going to put your knuckles straight down onto the mat and lift your hips up off the mat. Let your pelvis hang right off your shoulders. You're gonna bump your tailbone down and lift it up. Bump your tailbone down, lift it up. 4 more, bump down, lift up. 3 more, bump down, lift up. 2 more, bump down, lift up. Last one, bump down, lift up. Lower your tailbone all the way down. From here, we're going to go on to our leg circles and frogs. So we're just going to do that exercise without any paraphernalia. So you're going to lower yourself down to the mat. And you're going to bring your knees into tabletop. Then you're going to extend your legs up towards the ceiling. But we are going to make it a little bit challenging because if you were on the reformer, your head would be up on the head rest. So you're going to take your hands, put them behind your neck, and then let your elbows be wide, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Connect your heels, roll your toes away from each other, bend your knees into tabletop, pull your knees into your chest, press your legs away, and your knees come in, and you lengthen through your heels, and 3 more. Your waist stays long the whole time, so even though your knees are coming in, your waist doesn't shorten up. And last one, and press it out. Lift your legs up to the ceiling, lower your head if you need to. Lift your head again, let your eyes be on your pelvis. We have 5 leg circles in each direction. Around and up. It's so much harder when you do it this way than when you do it on the reformer. And 1, and let's go the opposite direction. Down, around, and up. And 4 to go. and 3 to go. Last 2, last 1. Then bend your knees, put your feet down onto the mat, put your head down onto the mat. Place your hands next to you on the mat. Okay, so moving from here into what would be next on our reformer series, which would be your knee stretch series. Rock yourself up to a seated position. We're almost finished. Turn onto your hands and knees, and you're going to take that roller, you're going to roll it a little bit forward, and then you're going to be on your knees and put the roller underneath the fronts of your shins. And then your hands will be forward underneath your shoulder blades. If you were on the reformer right now, your hands would be on the footrest, and your feet would be pressing against the shoulder rest. So from here, I want you to pull your abs in and levitate your knees off of the mat. Then you're going to round your tailbone so that you have a little bit of a roundness in your lower spine. Then you're going to pull those knees in like you're pulling them into your toes and press them away. And pull them in and press them away. And in and out. And in and out. And in and out. 5 more. In and 4. Keep lifting your belly button. 3 and 2 and 1. Lower your knees down. Sit your tailbone back, widen your knees. So that's your round position. By the way, this is an awful lot like your knees off, right? We're getting right to the heart of the beast. And then we're going to go into your straight back position. So for your straight back position here, if you were on the reformer, you would be lifted up in a straight spine. But for today, I want you, because we don't have that foot bar, you're going to be almost in like a tabletop position. Then you're going to levitate those knees off the mat. You're going to hold on to that tabletop position. Press your legs away, pull them in, and press, and pull, and press, and pull, and press, and pull, and press, and pull. 5 more. 5 and 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Pull your knees in, lower your knees down, and then push the roller away, gladly, I'm sure, and turn onto your back. And we'll finish here with just a little bit of pelvic lift. So you're going to lower yourself all the way down. The roller will be against the wall. Then you're going to separate your feet to about at least your hip distance apart. Then scoot your tailbone forward so that it kind of resembles the way your legs would look when you're on the foot bar here. So in pelvic lift and on the reformer, your feet are separated. You're externally rotating. You're on the foot bar. You're going to use the roller as if it's your foot bar. So your arch will be kind of right on the top of the roller. Then you're going to press your lower back down and hover just your pelvis up off the ground. So maybe the distance of 1 fist underneath both sides of your pelvis. Then you're going to push the roller away. Whoops, sorry guys. So the roller needs to be in from the wall. And then pull the roller in and press it away. And pull the roller in and press it away. Your job is not to arch your back, but to find length in the back of your spine. And 3 more here, and press. And 2, your heart is open, your arms are working to keep your pelvis up. And last 1, press it out, lift your hips up, roll your spine all the way down to the mat. Bring your feet together onto the roller and flex your feet. You have to come up. So I'm sorry, the only way to get up is a roll up. So lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Press your arches into that roller. Peel your spine up, 1 vertebra at a time. At the top, lift your heart, bend your knees. We'll finish off here with a little stretching. We call it front splits. It's going to be a little bit of a hip flexor stretch and a waist stretch. So you're going to come to your knees, and you're going to keep the roller right against the wall. Then you're going to bring one of your feet forward. So let's bring your right foot forward and put the arch of your foot right against that roller. And then you're going to square off your shoulders and square off your hips. So already this can be a destabilizing position. So really hug that arch into the roller. Then take the same arm, which would be your right arm, and press it against the outside of your knee here to stabilize and reach your tailbone down more. Then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Now find your balance. Press into the shin of your left foot and press your hand into your knee into your hand of your right foot. Lift both sides of your waist and imagine you're between 2 panes of glass. Lift your spine up and over. And then stack your spine back up again. 2 more times. You lift your waist. You reach up and over. That's my knee. And last time, lift your waist, lift up and over. Come back to a straight spine. Put your hands down onto the roller. Take your foot off of the roller. And we'll switch feet to the other side. So you'll put the right knee down. You'll put your left arch onto the roller. Make sure the roller is pushing forward into that wall. And then line up your knee, your hip, and your shoulder. Then take your left hand, put it to the outside of that knee to stabilize the knee. Take your right arm, reach it up to the ceiling. And then align your shoulders like they're between two panes of glass. Press your shin of your right leg into the mat. Press your hand against your knee against your hand on your left knee. Lift both sides of your waist, tighten up your backside, and lift up and over again like you're between two panes of glass. Feel the stretch across the front of your right hip. And then lift your heart back up. So this is a stretch for your waist, but I often feel it right through the front of this. It's called your psoas. You'll feel that maybe too. Lift up as much, especially if you keep thinking about pushing the thigh and the hip bone of that bent knee on the mat forward, and lift your spine back up. And last time, lift up tall. Here, pull your abs in and up. Lift your spine up and over. And then stack your spine back up. Then put 2 hands on the roller. Put that foot back down onto the mat. Put your hands onto the mat. Flex your toes underneath you. Lift your hips up and flex your feet. Put your feet down. Stretch the back of your hamstrings. Then walk your hands back towards your toes. Let your toes be in parallel, about your internal hip distance apart. Let your head be heavy here, and let your head help to traction your spine, but keep lifting your abs. Then bend your knees a little. Let your fingertips graze the bottom of the mat. Now I want you to imagine you're stacking your spine against a wall. Pull your abs in and up. Press into all 4 corners of both of your feet equally. Lift your spine. Lift your waist out of your pelvis. Lengthen your tailbone, straighten your legs. Push your heart forward. Lift your head up. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, press all the air out of your lungs. Press your hands down against, like you're pressing against resistance. Keep the lift in your spine. You're all finished. Let me know what you thought, and I'll be in touch again next week. I think your Pilates day is Thursday, so you'll hear from me on Wednesday. I missed you terribly. I hope you're doing well. P.S. How's your hair? All right, take good care. Bye.